Hello everyone. In this session, I am going to discuss few things about file permissions. So when we type ls-l command, we see that there are different set of permissions we get. So there are three set of read, write and execute permissions. Let's look at them. The three set, the very first set after the file type, it is comes like read, write and execute. Then next three again read, write and execute, and then next three is also read, write and execute. So the very first set represent the permissions for user. The next, these three permissions read, write and execute for group, and these three permissions are for other users. So when we create a file, let's say if I check there is a file like file1.txt, you check the permission on file1.txt, you get it, it is read, write, but there is no execute permission. For user, for groups, there is read, but write and execute is not there. For others, there is read only, write and execute is not there. So if you want to update it, there is a command chmod. You can check the manual of chmod. Chmod can be used to change the file mode bit. You can modify the file permissions. Let's try to change the permissions of this file. I want to set the executable permission for user. I can do u plus x. U means user plus x means we are adding executable permission for user on file1.txt. So when you do so, you'll get this user. Now it is having executable permission. Similarly, if you want to include the write permission for, let's say, group, so the group owner, you are adding, let's say, write and execute code. So you can write g plus wx, and then you hit enter, and again check the permissions. So now you can see here the group owner is also having write and execute permission. Similarly, you can update the permissions by using chmod for others also. For others, you can use O, and you can set, if you want to set write or execute for others also, or only write, then you can set O plus W. And when you check the file permissions, you'll get write permission is set for other users also. Right? So this is one of the way in which we can modify the permissions for users, groups and others. But there are other ways also. So let's say if I deny all the permissions, chmod, and if you want to deny some of the permissions for user, group and other, I'm saying minus r, w and x on file1.txt. So I typed ugo minus rwx. If you check the permissions, all the permissions has been denied. Right? All the permissions has been denied here. Now similarly, if you want to give all the permissions, so you can say chmod e plus, let's say you want to give read, write and execute on file1.txt, e plus, e means all. So when you press it and check the permissions, you can see for all the permissions have been set. Right? Now if I again want to deny all the permissions for user, group and others, I can say all minus rwx. And if you check the permissions, you see that all the permissions have been denied. Right? So let me set read, write for all. I'm typing A plus RW for all on this, and I'm checking it like this. So read write is already set. Now if I run a command like this, chmod, and if I run u is equal to, let's say, r on file1.txt. So when I equate certain permission, the other permission will be overwritten. When we put plus there, plus will add on the permission, minus will remove or revoke that permission, but equal to will allow only that permission, previous permission will be overwritten. So if I give this u is equal to r, and if I check the permission, you can see for user there is only read permission, rest of the things has been updated. So in case I want to set only read permission for all, I can set, instead of u, I can set a. And once you type and check the permissions, all users, groups, and others will have only read permission, right? So if you set for all, let's say only write permission if you want to give, then you can set it. When you put equal to, the previous permission will be overwritten and it will allocate the new permission. So now you must be able to feel the difference between plus, minus, and equal to symbol when you use chmod, right? So let me give read and write permission for all. I have given like this. Now there's another way also. We can set these permission in octet or octal values. We can set octal number system. You can use chmod, and because there are three places for read, write, and execute, in binary when we want to set read, we set first bit as 1, and if we want to set, let's say, write permission, if you want to set write permission, then the next bit we can set as high. So let me take the help of editor, let's say gedit. Here you can see, so there is read, write, and execute, and these permissions are for user. So I'm saying this is for user. Now these three set of permission, if I want to give only read, I will give 100. So I'm allowing read, I'm denying write, and I'm also not allowing execute. When you convert this value 100 from binary to decimal, then in decimal 100, you know that this is equal to 4, right? So if I want to give all the permissions for user, I need to set 111 in binary, and when we convert this in decimal, it will be 7. So let's look at the command prompt. Here what we need to do is, so I'm just closing it, and let's jump on to command prompt. So we are having, let's say I want to set 777 all the permissions for file 1, and if I run it and let's check the permissions, it will set all the permissions. Now if I want to give only read permissions, no write and execute, in that case read means all third bit is 1, so 100 for user, 100 for groups, 100 for others. So that means 444. So if I allocate 444, and if you check the permission, all are having read permission. In case I want to give read, write, and execute, then I can give only read, write, let's say I'm giving. So 110, I want to set 11 means 6. So if I give 666, then on this file it will set read, write, read, write, read. Okay. So in this way, We can set the file permissions in octets, or we can use the symbolic representation like U, G, or other users with O. We can add on the permission, we can deny the permission, we can use the equal to symbol. For all, we can use A. So I am closing this lecture. This is sufficient. In the next lecture, I'll discuss the special permissions which we can set on the files. Thank you for connecting.